If you don't speak with confidence and cadence, yeah, often some people mistake that for shyness and weakness, yeah. But the truth is, being like the loudest person in the room doesn't make you that confident person. I wanted to say this because I got a mate, yeah, at work, yeah. He's a cool guy. He knows his stuff, but there's a lot of time when he speaks with an accent, by the way, but there's a lot of the time when he's talking, yeah, and because his character is a jokey personality, he likes to have fun, likes to enjoy himself. People don't take him seriously, innit? And I tried to explain to him yesterday why people are not taking him seriously and why he's getting worked up over situations which they're not to be taken seriously. But the reason why you get those situations happening to you is because of your personality, right? You can joke with some people, you can mess about, you can have a laugh. But those same people, it'll be very hard for them to start taking you seriously because you joke all the time. That's what I needed to explain to him in the terms of, yeah, me and you joke. Yeah, of course we joke, but when it's time to work, yeah, or when it's time to be serious, yeah, there's times when people expect you to be a little bit more turned on than what you are already. And the focus as well, that definitely shows through your attitude of the things what you choose to talk about or say during, let's say, working times. People take little digs at things like this and they think, oh, you don't know nothing. Or when someone's asking you for an answer about what the problem is or something like that, your delivery is very short because you're not using your vocabulary, but you're not also possibly communicating in ways which they see as like, oh, that's a higher level of communication. This person actually knows what they're talking about. Shouldn't always be your goal to allow people to understand like what you know, innit? Do you know what I mean? Unless it's some type of IQ test or they need to know this information, but they do judge you from things like this. I know, not because they speak about him in this situation and talk about him behind his back. I know from how they behave around you. And that's what I said to him. I said, some of these things are to do with your own behavior, which, don't get me wrong, it's a kick in your teeth when you're like that, because it might make you want to be like, oh, okay, now I'm just going to shut up and I'm not really going to talk to anybody. That's not really going to help as well. But you just got to be an observation person of your own behavior and how you conduct yourself, because all those things add in. You know, like, do I think that people think he's a little bit of a wally and all that? Yeah. They think, oh, you can't take him seriously because he's never being serious. He's never being serious enough of the day for you to say, oh, I see the serious side to you and I can see your point. It's just a lot of things tend to be like childish / behavior where you're a grown-ass man and you do that or you want to talk about that. Again, it just allows people to see you in a different light, which, I don't know, it might be the youth in you, which there's nothing wrong with being a youthful person, but there's times when we are all adults now when people expect you to be a certain type of way and just conducting yourself. And if you don't do that, like, they be judging you, innit? It's the type of world we live in when it comes to work, because what fuels those situations is politics. Politics inside the workplace. Someone saying, oh, I don't really get along with this person, or I don't like that person. You hear that wherever you go, you know? And what it's taught me as a young adult, yeah, is reframing my best to act like any of these people are my friends, or that's someone I would give my number to. I mean, let me give you an example why I say give my number. I don't give my number out to everybody. I'm on the internet, obviously, and I've been on the internet for years. And I know that there's a lot of different characters out there who play different hats. You know, I've had people admire my content and like what I do and message me and tell me, oh, I really like to make a video of you. This is like plumbing videos. I really like to make a video of you. I really like to, oh, okay, cool. When I've been in my own life and I'm a bit too busy to jump on or contact people in that type of way, they'll do their thing and they'll go on like they didn't send this video. And I'll see the message and I'll be like, oh, I didn't see you sent the message saying this. I haven't had time to get back to you. Sorry, blah, 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 blah. And then they will start switching it up. Oh, don't worry about it, you know, or like, oh yeah, that was then, like, maybe I'm doing some stuff now. All right, no worries. I just messaged you back to tell you I didn't see it, innit? Not to say that I'm so much up myself. That's not my attitude. I try and remain, yeah, very just on a normal vibe, man. I still got to do normal stuff like everybody else. I still got to pay bills and all that. I still got to be in sometimes the workplace and stuff like that. So I observe people. As I've got older, I've definitely observed more and spoke less, and only spoke when it was kind of like necessary in certain situations. I mean, I've realised that some people, they don't want to hear what you got to say, innit? So it's best just to hold your mouth. Just keep it to yourself, innit, sometimes, innit? I know the outbursts when people are in work scenario situations, they want to talk, innit? You know, like, I luckily work with like 2 different types of characters like around me at the moment. A person who doesn't really talk a lot and a person who will talk, but if you're not like a self-educated person or an educated person, you'd think the other person who talks knows a lot, but really they just know what they know in their own sector. When you ask them about other things, there's not so much information available. But again, that's life, innit? You know. And I don't really take it personally when we don't really talk that much, you know. I realise that I've got stuff to get along with, and yeah, it's cool that we can have a little chinwag and all that, but we don't need to do it all the time. And when it's necessary and when it's important about work, the conversation is there, like the communication is there. So you gotta just be mindful, innit, when you go into some of these places, innit? Like, speak and think about your delivery, innit? I try to be more clear with the things what I say, and I've learned more when it comes to like my YouTube, you know. Let me give you an example, because we're talking about clarity and cadence, yeah, when you talk. When I used to put the camera on, yeah, I'm just trying to splur it out. But if I slow it down, in my head, obviously, I can think about what I'm going to say before I say it. And there's a better delivery of what I'm saying because I'm taking my time to speak. So the words come out more clearly. And that is something that you got to kind of learn to do if you're in a lot of these life situations when you come across people come across you. I do that type of job. Like, for those who have just seen this video, I'm a plumber and I've been a plumber for over 21 years. So I meet a lot of different people, innit? So my delivery on talking to people is probably really based around the amount of different types of people that I come across on a daily and in different scenarios. So talking to them and communicating with them is obviously key, innit? And I never want to, you never want to sound too rough with people. You always want to get a nice mixture. But I guess the words what you choose, and possibly a little bit of your twang or your accent, does play a part in it. I just have a London accent, innit? So that's how it sounds. And that's it, really. You know, for that guy that I've had to have that conversation with, I thought, you're a nice guy, innit? Nice guys, like, you know, they finish last. So being this nice guy to everybody else, it doesn't always work out, because other people might be like, why are you so happy? It sounds dumb, but why are you so happy? Think about it. People are thinking that in their own head. Why are you so happy? And what have you got? So he's got a good life anyway, like in general. But I mean, the things what stress him out, they shouldn't be stressing you out, in my head, because I'm saying, they're not that deep, man. Why are you looking at them like that for? And it's hard to understand why he keeps on looking at them like that, because, again, like I said to you, they're not that deep. Someone said something to him in front of someone else, but the other person is the manager. But I said, look, he doesn't care. And he was like, no, why did they do it? And I'm like, I don't know why they done it, innit? But I can only think to myself, why someone would want to embarrass you in front of someone else, or something what you would class as embarrassing, is because you do embarrassing things. So they know it's fine to do with you, because you do it. So they say to themselves, why can't they do it to you? You embarrass yourself in their eyes a lot more than what you think you do. And even if it's like, and he said to me, oh, but me and you joke. I said, yeah, me and you do joke together, but you can't always joke with other people, because people want you to have this professional attitude. And this professional attitude, it doesn't matter like what age you are, they just want it to, they want you to do it to show that you've got some level of decorum to yourself, innit? And some of us haven't got a level of decorum, like knowing how to carry yourself, the things what you will talk about around your manager compared to what you're not willing to talk about, what you shouldn't be talking about. Do you get what I mean? It's just something which plays a role in it, but you just need to be mindful of. I've tried to explain it to him. I hope he does get it, because he is a nice person. But again, I told you, nice people don't always get where they want to be in life, because of, you know, some people don't want to see them happy, and they've realised, the people who's there have realised, I've had to suffer to get here, so you shouldn't be having a good time, basically. That's how I see it, you know, because there's not like a real plausible reason why. Sometimes they just do it. I was just looking if I could go somewhere, but I can't go that way. I have to go this way. Yeah, so it was just, it's interesting to have that conversation with him, because I had that conversation with him yesterday, and I know he feels like, you know, some people, when they feel like people have got to them, yeah, or like, why are they doing it to me, man? I'm a nice guy. That's why they're doing it to you, because you're a nice guy. You're a nice guy, and they know they can do it to you. As bad as it sounds, that's the truth. I know we all don't like to deal with how people see us and stuff like that, but yeah, I just have to keep it real with him, because I've known him for probably 2-3 years now, and when I met him the first time, I thought, yeah, I was a supervisor the first time I met him, and I thought, do you know what? yeah, you're alright, guy. Like, we can ask you to do stuff. You can be trusted and all that. But your thought process of conversation and stuff what you like to talk about, you know, he's in his late 40s, yeah? So I'm like, why do you care about these things, man? Why do you care about, like, I don't know, like, let's say we're talking about, let's say there was a documentary that came on the TV, or there's something that come on the TV and it was about like a mob boss, or like Italian mob boss, and he's from that background, innit? Well, not from a mob boss background, but from Italy, yeah? And then starts telling you about stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, we all don't need to hear that, innit? This was just a fucking pizza advert, Papa John's. Do you get it? I know that sounded funny, but yeah. You don't need to do that, innit? Because it paints a picture which doesn't need to be a representation of a group of people who are just individuals. It's just some individuals have done that, not everybody. And that's what I know in my head, yeah? But I don't say it out to him because you should know this at this point. You understand? Like, even though I think he's a cool guy, I mean, I wouldn't probably be the first person telling him that neither. And I know that. So I don't, it's not like I don't waste my time, because yesterday I did have a good conversation with him, because he called me and he's like, he sounded like frustrated, and I'm like, why are you frustrated? You're not even here. Like, I mean, physically at work now. So you shouldn't be bothered about it. You shouldn't let these types of things get to you. But I get it. We're all normal, innit? People do wear down on our gears as people, and how we deal with it or let off steam is always different. Like, my way is probably more to vent on a video and let out my expressions through the content, because I feel that sometimes when I'm characterizing people, when I'm trying to explain something to you guys as my subscribers, you guys get it, and you get the point of, I'm not trying to, it might have been that person just made me get to a point where I'm like, no, I'm just gonna say it. And I try to be as respectful as I can about certain things, but there's certain times when you gotta say how it is, you know what I mean? As much as you might think to yourself, oh, this is gonna upset some people. Nah, just say it how it is, innit? You know, like, try and be as respectful as you can. That's why I like making this video. For me, I'm trying to be respectful, because the guy, he's a cool guy, man. He's a cool guy, but I just have to make myself understand, why do you not get it? Why do you not get why that keeps on happening to you with different people? Because you're not allowing yourself to be a little bit more reserved, and understanding that you can have a barrier between you and someone else, you know, which is, we can speak, we can be work colleagues, woody woo, blah, 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 blah. But there's points where you need to be like just respectful, and don't discuss X, Y, and Z with this person because it's not necessary. Be clear with your delivery, with what you're doing, so people understand that you know what you're talking about, and you're not just some person who's just splurring it off at the mouth. Because there's enough people like that anyway, do you know what I mean? There is enough. And that's all I can say about that situation. But I wanted to ask you guys if you've ever come across anyone who has gone through something like that, and if you did go through something like that, how did you deal with it, man? How did that make you feel? Let me know in the comment section, because these conversations, I want people to engage with what I'm saying. If you've ever met someone who's been through that, and possibly you've had to give them some type of guidance through most of it, and it's been rough. Maybe you was the person going for it. People weren't respecting you like how you wanted them to respect you. It's always interesting to hear back from people, you know. That's what my content is about, trying to engage with you guys. So yeah, if you like what you hear and you've got something to say, please do drop a comment in the comment section. But make sure you smash that like button, because I'm trying to do more of this, man. I need more people to see it. YouTube currency is subscribers and likes and comments. So let's try and get some of them down, and I'm gonna see you on the next upload. But now you've listened to this, I want you to have a great day. Have a great day. That's all I gotta say. Let's get it, peeps.